Kim McGillis joining you live from Ontario, Canada. How are you? September 18th today. Trying this in my space again. If you're watching me live, please say hello. If you're catching the replay, please say replay. I would love to know. And as well, I would love to know where you are watching from. Let me just switch this here. I feel like my hands are going like wild. Like it's so far to work with this collection. There we go. I'm here. Let's just put this on silence. How are you today? Exciting news in Stampin' Up world today. Yeah, what's going on today? Do you know what's happening in Stampin' Up world today? I see Shelly's on. You know what? I was telling my friends yesterday, I had In Color Club last night. We did Timid Tiger, and I was saying how I'm gonna miss Regina weather just because it's starting to get dark out super early here, and also in the morning, like we wake up very early in the morning and it's dark already. Like you wake up in the morning, it's dark, and then after work it gets dark fast. Compared to Regina, when we were in Saskatchewan, I have to say the skies were beautiful and late, and there was no rain in November. Here in Ontario, very depressing in November. So anyways, I do miss Regina a lot. So if you are watching us today, it's a great day with Stampin' Up World. If you're a demonstrator, if you're a customer, there's 15% off stamp sets. I also saw that the blocks are on sale, the chamois to wash, what did I see, mask tape, the little roller to do these special techniques with ink, lots of stuff. So you want to take advantage of that today. I just put a bunch in my cart. I hope they were still there. I had an appointment this morning at the hospital, and I feel like I have a proud moment, with a mama moment. Like my daughter works there, so she gave me a tour of her office, and I am so proud of her. And I was like, oh, I used to work at that hospital, and it's just like a little nostalgic, you know, to see that she works where I used to work when I was pregnant from her, actually. So it's probably all those years of medical, hearing the terms, and then carrying her for that 9 months. I don't know if it makes sense, but anyway, she went into the medical field, so that's kind of interesting. But anyways, it was lovely. Hello! Oh, Shelly's there. I miss our little coffee shop, Shelly. Like, it was so fun to go. Like, Chris and I love that pace. Now, like, he leaves super early in the morning, and then he gets home very late at night, so it's kind of, we didn't have that when we were in Regina, but he used to just cross the street because we were living on base. So there are pluses, like we are happy to have our family here, but we do miss the Regina pace of life over there, so it is what it is. So I hope you take advantage of that sale going on as well. Anyways, we miss also our friends. Like, we had friends over there, and now like it's sad that we can't get to see them. So I will show you yesterday's project. I did fix it with the 1/8 punch. It makes a total difference. I want to show you the card version. We are going to do the mini card in full, so it's going to be fun today. So let me turn you down right here. Not perfect environment yet, but we are working on stuff. I am cleaning this staff craft space and making it perfect just for me. Here we go. Yeah, I hope I'm not making you dizzy. Anyways, let me just go around here. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm like super hot because I have to put these lights on. That's not too bad. I'll put this down and we'll fix that. So I was asking you yesterday, because really I didn't plan. I'm normally like a big planner, but I did not plan at all. But I asked you if you did get that collection that is part of the catalog. I have it in French here, Traditions of Christmas. It is pretty good. It's on page 21. You should have received your catalog from me, if ever. And the designer series paper is beautiful, and all the elements that go with it as well. Christmas greenery, and then a stamp set come in French and in English as well. So it is a perfect collection. And what I showed you yesterday, see how I fixed it? And this is using the 1/8 punch. There's no fussiness here. Like, it just looks so cute. Now I want to show you the card version. I'm so proud. It looks so good. So let's see if I could just straighten this up, Mr. Fountain Mount. So here is my card version. How fun is that? So I did use the ribbon that comes with the collection. It has like that shimmer, and it's very, like, it's big. Normally sometimes I'll trim them up like just slightly, but this time I decided not to trim it because it just falls perfectly. Like, it just looks beautiful. The knots make perfect bow. It would be good wrapping paper. And what I did use, if you look at here, I did emboss. So this is basic white. So I did use one of our current, let's see, embossing folder. It's called the Exposed Brick 3D embossing folder. So it is not part of the collection, but I did find that it looks great. So you get to see the look without the wreath. And then these, like I said yesterday, are the party banner dies. And there is a challenge with Stampin' Up! Using alphabets. So I said to myself, why not use the mini alphabet? So this is the mini alphabet here. And the fact that we get so many little pieces, I get to use more than one. So Lucy's saying that she loves the card, that the background white makes it pop. I can't wait to do photos of it because we like moved not long ago. My storage of Christmas stuff is craziness right now, so it's a little touchy. And then I made a coordinating envelope. It must not look like much, but this is the embossing folder, and then I use from the same collection these cute tags, so it comes part of the set. So I thought, why not decorate the envelope? And then, do you recognize these? Use your stash. So I went into my stash and I found flat jingle bells trinkets that I had, and I thought, why not add them to my envelope? Now this is our two-tone 12 by 12 designer series paper. Sorry, our 12 by 12 two-tone cardstock. So if you look on the opposite side or on the inside, now there's two versions, right? This is a little lighter, so I decided to put the light version inside, and now I'll be able to tuck this card right in here. So I found that it turned out great, and making an uncommon size of card, like I wanted to go like 5.5 or 5.5, but I did go with a little bigger version right here. So I love the entire fact that everything coordinates. This is going to be like a little decor piece in our kitchen, and then this one is a card that I could just display. So fun, right? So although like the designer series paper is beautiful, actually some are my favorite colors, but like seem like this is Secret Sea, and then the reds, I just went all the way out and just use different colors, but we could just make that same card and then just switch it up and use different papers for sure. So I thought to myself, why not make a little version of this one without all of these in here, but using actually the collection itself. So yeah, so grab a piece of basic white cardstock, and this is 3 by 6. I just scored at 3, and I was telling everybody last night that I feel like I'm always stamping away from my body, but anyways, it is okay. And then this is that two-tone cardstock, so I just decided to go with it 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. So we're just gonna pop this part up. If we want, you can also emboss it with that embossing folder. That's an option. Two-tone cardstock is great because if you rip it, like one of our cards last night with our Timid Tiger class, we ripped it. So, you know, you get the dark tone on the other. You could also sand it and then make some white pop up. There's so many great techniques that you could do with it. So it is fun to use. I have... And then from the stamp set, we are going to use this little piece. So this is the Christmas greenery. And I thought, why not like go slow and do this? Now you could do exactly this on a tag if you wanted to decorate. So you might see a second option where I'm like doing a tag for a box using the beautiful paper to decorate that box. So yesterday I started sharing how when you're stamping, you see I just stamped right after to create that two-tone shading. So, and the reason why is when I was just showing you quickly yesterday, I fell in love with using the mossy meadow. It sounds silly, but look how pretty this is. I might just do another one right here. So look how cute it turned out. So I was like, I need to do a mossy meadow, and I'm like all into mossy meadow. So it turned out great. And then this makes our wreath. Now we will need a mossy meadow stamping blend, and I love that the blend creates a different shadowed look. So we have this part done. Now let's see, do I have, let's see, Christmas greenery. So we're gonna go back in here. We're gonna grab that bow today. So look at that cute little bow. So we need that part, which I'm just gonna use with basic black. And then I don't know these. These are the sparkling gems that coordinate with the collection. So I might decide to add some of those today. So you might want to keep them out as well. And then this is the one that I'm using today. So it is part of the traditional label dies. The other ones are right here. There are so many. These are great to make your tags. And then let's find our greeting. So I'm gonna go with the cheer one. And this time I'm gonna use early espresso. So we're gonna grab our cheer here. And early espresso. Okay, so here's that. Now you'll be able to tell me, do you prefer darker colors, brighter colors? So I'm doing both at the same time. So we're gonna start with this part. And this might inspire you as a color palette for Christmas this year. I've got so much Christmas decoration, but I still always want to buy more. You'll see soon in that area of my stamping space a Christmas tree. I'm telling you, I'm just waiting to do this weekend event of fall stuff, and then I'm putting Christmas up down here. I will still have like a Halloween section, but because I have to showcase that beautiful haunted house. It's part of the kit. I don't know if you got the haunted house, but it's great. Okay, so now we've done these two. And then let's see. So you have to sometimes flip it around. I think I'm going to do the chair right here. So let's do early espresso. An alternative could be that you emboss it with gold embossing folder, that gold embossing powder, sorry. That would be cute too. Ah, pretty. Love it. Now, do you remember this old tool? It's a spritzer. Stampin' Up! Had them many years ago. Stamping writer markers are leaving, but I will continue keeping mine because I love them so much. So if you want some, you have to go into the last chance list to grab them before they're gone for good. So I'm just gonna spritz here. It was one of my favorite things to do. If you don't have a spritzer, then my suggestion is you could just use your stamping blends. It does the same, but you just don't want to damage that little tip. I'm just adding some little specks here. Yeah. So now, let's find my little snips here. And here I am, just snipping away this part, but I have the perfect shape here. Why am I doing this? It's just because it's the minis, right? I'm just using the minis. So I'm gonna take my bone folder, give it a nice crisp fold right here. And this is gonna fall right in here. Before I do this, this is my light mossy meadow. I might just go and draw a little line in the middle to show the darkness of my wreath, and it just gives it that extra texture. We can hardly see the pencil line, right? Perfect. And might want to tap a couple of little dots right here. Perfect. Now it is too long, so we're gonna snip it slightly and go on an angle, like go sideways, yeah. Just like that. And do I take a darker shade? I could. Let's see. Let's see, what can we use? I could do that two-tone green, or I could go. So I have the light mossy meadow. And you see, it's mossy meadow, but you still have a lighter tone right here. And then this is our tip. Perfect. Hello, Sherry. My husband called me and he said, Kim, you gotta put everything away around the pool because it's gonna rain. I don't know what kind of weather you're getting, but not too excited about that rain coming in. I'm just adding like a little bit of glue, not a lot, but just a little snippet of glue. Look how adorable this is. I do want to fix lightly here. It was like missing some, and then maybe a little bit of splatter to make it a little bit vintage. Now you gotta have like little delicate fingers when you're doing this, or else grab your pick tool, but I am gonna just add it to the center right here. We could have just cut it in gold too. It would have been pretty, right? Like using that specialty gold paper, but I still love this. I'm gonna add a little bit more of those specks here on the chair. I'm using a dark cherry cobbler. I feel like there's not enough. Okay, maybe more too. So now we have two-tone. This is so cute. Let's grab the mini glue dot. I know it's far, but wait till I bring it close up. You want to see. Okay. Here we go. So we have our bow here. We're going to set our little chair right here. And then, la pièce de résistance. So I'm going into a totally different palette. Like totally. Total. Oh my goodness. So are you taking advantage of that stamp 15% off sale? For me, it's a great opportunity because I get to order all my French stamp set for my French classes. But look at this. We're not done, but look how cute this is. Okay, so that's my mini. So now comes our coordinating sequence here. I'm going to use these as gold little, what are they? Can you guess? Christmas balls. Oh, it is. I know you can't probably see them. I don't know if you get, but it is so cute. If you don't want to do the bow, then you could always add like ribbon or linen thread. But it's sparkly. You probably can't see it, but it is sparkly. And then I made a coordinating envelope here for my little 3x3. Ta-da! And now I get to tuck it in here. Obviously, I'll have to tuck it upside down because I don't want to disrupt this part, but it will still fit in. So here's our little baby. I love using these as little bulbs. We could add them on our big cards as well, but they are perfect for the occasion. So now you have the big card, the little one. This one is more of a neutral tone on tone look. This one, we have the big envelope with the coordinating embossing folder. So I thought it was cool that we could emboss the envelope. Obviously, this is like a big card, but you could also use one section if you're doing the traditional 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card. But I love the look of the envelope with the card, the little mini card, and then if ever, that little piece of decor. So I don't know if you taught about using these for little bulbs, but they are cute. And then this is the one that I had made if you like brighter colors. So the chair is right there. And then this is part of the designer series paper that coordinates. So I just went on there and cut this part using actually the dies that coordinate. And then this paper in the background is also part of traditional or Christmas. So instead of going on the opposite side here, I went with this pattern, which still coordinates with the entire collection. And then we have to do the mini envelope as well. So kind of fun. I hope you give this collection a chance. I love thinking outside the box. That beautiful large square card is kind of fun. Who wouldn't want to receive a big card like that? I can't wait to display it on the mantle. Like, it will look stunning, and it has that. It's almost like I have to put it in the envelope to mail it, but then use a bigger envelope to send it out just to make sure that it stays adorable. Well, enjoy your day, everyone. I hope you have a great day. I have lots of stuff to work on today. And yeah, so we will see each other tomorrow. Bye-bye.